All right, guys, welcome back into the Coach Holcomb Show. We are here at Week 8 with Coach Holcomb, proudly brought to you by Kia of Rainbow City and Gadsden. Coach, big game tonight. This will settle a playoff spot. Is that correct?
I think it's almost the playoff spots are almost solidified in our region. But I mean, this is for city purposes. It's a pretty important one.
Absolutely. So I want to say that if we were to go back in time to the beginning of the season, and I would tell you the spot that you're in right now, you would take it.
I mean, if we could go back to the very beginning and say, hey, you're sitting here with a chance to still host a first round playoff game going into Week 8, I probably would take it. Yeah.
We've talked about the difference between just putting together a team and then building a foundation for something a lot larger. And I feel like despite some of the criticisms and some, not as good as you would like to have finished last year, I feel like we're starting to see a lot of that come into fruition.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I feel like our kids have responded extremely well. To just our whole staff, because it's not easy. We ask them to do a lot, especially, even on a game day. Like they were here this morning about 5:45. We had prayer breakfast this morning. They get to eat a little bit, and we have somebody come in and speak to them and kind of breathe life into them a little bit in the morning, and then they go to school. And so it's a full day. Yesterday morning they were in. We start practice at 5:30 on Thursday mornings. It's one of those things that, we really don't have to. They're here. They're ready to go in the mornings. I think last year was a little bit of a shock to them, but it's just one of those things that you consistently put together habits, and that's what we're trying to do. Not necessarily. It's not even about winning games or playoff spots or those are byproducts of it. But we want to find ways to keep creating good championship habits. And, when we find a way to build enough championship habits, we'll probably win one.
Yes, sir. Being a Southside Panther is on the field as much as it is off the field. And you've got a lot of programs in place that I think are great. And they would definitely leave here better than when you found them.
Well, I hope so. I think our kids are one, they're just good. They're just good people, And
absolutely.
That's the most important thing. Like when they leave here, when they go, if they go to college, if some of them are lucky enough to get the chance to go play at the next level, or if they go start their career, if they want to get into something like that, whatever it is they do, when they leave here, the main goal is they leave here with experiences they can look back on and remember fondly, and that they enjoy, and hopefully that they, maybe gain something along the way. Whether that's in their job, whether it's being a husband, whether it's being a dad, like whatever the case is, we want to help them. Not necessarily when you get up and go to work. Like, man, I remember I had to get up and go to work when I was, because of football. That's not necessarily the case, but it's just their character. Like, how they live their life with character, how they make other people around them feel. Do they talk to anybody? Are they willing to help people that can't help them? Do they treat people with respect? All those things. Those are just simple characteristics that, I feel like our kids show. I think they show on a daily basis. And so I feel extremely fortunate to get to coach them,
Absolutely.
Because they're good kids. They're fun to be around. And then, when something bad happens for them, your heart breaks for them because you know how hard they work and you know how good of a person they are. And, it is what it is. We got a couple guys that just are out this week. My heart breaks for them. One of them's a senior that, is going to be, he'll be missed. There ain't no doubt about that. The next guy's got to be willing to play. He's got to be ready to play. And I feel like our kids have done a good job of making sure somebody steps in because they don't want to let him down because of what he's been doing up to this point. And so I think our kids are excited about going over to play tonight. Obviously, we know Alexandria is a really good football team, and they have an incredible tradition, and their history speaks for itself. And Coach Ginn's history speaks for itself. But I think our kids are excited to get to go over there and compete.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, good luck tonight. I think one of us will try to be there, but good luck tonight. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.